Hello friends, in this problem you have been given a quarter circle. So this is the circle and the radius of this circle is 2 unit, and then this point D is the midpoint of this radius AB such that AD is equals to 1 unit and BD is equals to 1 unit. And then we have this triangle DEC. So this triangle, and the angle of this triangle is 90 degree. So this means angle DEC is equals to 90 degree. Now you have to find the shaded area, that is area of this triangle DEC. How will you find this area? Now if somehow you can calculate DE distance and EC distance, then you can use the formula, that is area of a triangle is half times base times height, because this is a 90 degree, this is a right angle triangle. So half times base, that is DE, times height, that is basically EC. So my target is to find these two distances. So let us say I am going to do some construction. So what I have done, basically I have completed this quarter circle and I made the as one semicircle. So this is my radius, this is 2 unit, and this is my semicircular part. Now extend this line, that is line ED, and if you extend this, this will pass through F, and this can be proved. Now see, this is a diameter, so FBC, this is a diameter, and this angle is 90 degree. This means diameter is a chord and this chord is making an angle of 90 degree on the circle. This means this line must pass through F, because this angle is 90 degree. This means this is a diameter and this must pass through F. Then only I will have a 90 degree angle. So this point F, D and E all are on a line. Now consider triangle FBD. So this triangle FBD. This length I know, that is 1 unit, and this length I also know, that is 2 unit, because this is the radius. So now I can find this length, that is FD. So I can use Pythagoras theorem. So if I use Pythagoras theorem, I can write FD square. This is equals to DB square plus FB square. Or I can say FD square is equals to BD square plus BF square. BD is equals to 1 unit, this length, and BF is equals to 2 unit, because this is a radius. So this is 1 square plus 2 square, which is equals to 5. So FD is equals to root 5. So now I know this distance FD, but my target is to find this distance as well as this distance. So let us further consider this theorem. So if you remember, if you have a circle and then there are two chords, one chord is this, another chord is this, and these two chords intersect at point Z. So what is the theorem? This theorem says that the product of this distance and this distance is equal to the product of this distance times this distance. That is, this distance is Gj and this distance is Gk. So that is Gj times Gk is equals to Gi, that is this distance, that is Gi, and then Gh, that is this distance. So now let us try to use this. So to use this theorem, what I have to do is I have to make a complete circle. So I have made another construction. That is, let us try to complete this circle and extend this line. So this is another diameter, and this point B to Z will be basically radial distance, that is the distance of the radius, and in this case this is 2 unit. So let us consider these two chords. One chord is this ABZ, or you can say ADBZ. Another chord is this FDE, and this is the point of intersection, that is point of intersection is D. So I can write for this chord distance FD multiplied by DE is equals to AD multiplied by DZ or ZD. I am using the same theorem, that is the product of this and this is equals to product of this and this. Now what is this length? GD. GD length is 2 unit is this and 1 unit is this. So 2 plus 1, that is 3 unit. So GD is 3 unit. So let us use this. And we have already calculated this distance FD is equals to a square root 5, because this is nothing but 2 square plus 1 square and a square root of that is root 5. So this distance is root 5, we have already calculated, times DE. So this distance is DE times AD. AD is 1 unit because this was the midpoint. So this is the 1 unit, and this GD is 3 unit, 2 plus 1, that is 3 unit. So from here I can say DE is nothing but 3 divided by a square root 5. So now I know my one distance, that is distance DE. Somehow I have to calculate another distance, that is distance EC. So this distance D is basically 3 by root 5. So now let us consider triangle BDC, that is again this triangle BDC. In this triangle I know this distance, that is 1 unit, and this distance is 2 unit. So this is again using the Pythagoras theorem, this is 2 square plus 1 square, that is 4 plus 1 5, and a square root of that is this distance is root 5. So same thing I have written here. So this is BD is 1 unit and BC is 2 unit, so 2 square, and which is equals to DC square, that is the Pythagoras theorem. So from here I can say DC is root 5. So this distance is root 5. Now I have to calculate EC. You see, this is also a right angle triangle. Again I can use the Pythagoras theorem. So this is the hypotenuse, because this is a side that is in front of the 90-degree angle. So DC is hypotenuse. So EC square will be nothing but DC square minus DE square, and I can take a square root of that, then I will get EC. So EC is nothing but DC square minus DE square and a square root of that. So this is nothing but root 5 square. So this is here root 5 square minus this is 3 by root 5. So 3 by root 5 whole square, and if you simplify this, this is simply 4 by a square root of 5. So now I know this distance, that is this distance EC. EC is 4 by a square root 5, or we can simply say 4 by root 5. Now to find the area of this shaded triangle is easy. Simply this will be half times DE, that is this distance, times EC, that is this distance. Now I know both distance. This distance I know, that is 3 by root 5, and this distance I just calculated, that is 4 by root 5. So I can plug these two values here. So this distance is 4 by root 5. So in this formula I can plug this value, DE is 3 by root 5 and EC is 4 by root 5. So this becomes 4 into 3 12, and 12 divided by 2, that is 6, and root 5 times root 5, that is 5. So this is 6 by 5. So this was the area of this shaded triangle. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoyed, please share with your friends, like on my channel, and I will see you in the next video.